I'm from Dayton, Ohio, so a great bowling town with a lot of bowling history. We have some fantastic centers here and great bowling talent. So, I mean, you kind of almost have to be into bowling from Dayton. Of course, my whole family was involved in the sport. My grandfather was part owner of a center back in the 60s where my dad would come home from the service and be a pin boy. So there's lots of stories with that. Dad was an avid bowler, had a part-time job at the center that my story started at, which was Belmont Lanes in Dayton, Ohio. Awesome 26-lane center with telescores and over ground ball returns.
Yeah,
so lots of fun growing up there and lots of stories. So just like everybody else, I think in bowling, I would agree, it's the people. The people just kind of make you feel like a family. And I just really enjoyed my time at the bowling center when I was a kid, just hanging out. And then I started bowling when I was allowed to roll the ball properly. I was allowed to start bowling at like 12. So I bowled through high school, Belmont Lanes, worked there as a porter my senior year of high school.
Okay.
So that was fun. And then sadly, we lost Belmont Lanes in 1996. They closed. So continued bowling, worked at some centers as a bartender. So bowling was just always part of my life.
Yeah.
In 1999, a friend of the family actually worked for a staffing agency, and her cousin was looking for an assistant at the Bowling Centers Association of Ohio. I had no idea what that was, never had heard of it before, but I got an interview and met Pat Marazzi, who is my predecessor. Pat, even though I really didn't have much experience, took a chance on me and hired me. I was her assistant starting in 1999. So quite more than half my life in this with BCAO. Pat was awesome. She was just a wonderful person, an instrumental person in my life that just showed me the ropes. She was fantastic as the executive director of BCAO. So we became very close throughout the years. I met the proprietors and the vendors to BCAO, which once again have to say the people, what great people, really another sense of belonging, kind of a family. So I did that in 2014. I took a little time away. I was kind of my time to go. So took a position as the association manager of our local USBC here in Dayton. And I did that for a few years. And then unfortunately in 2017, Pat Marazzi fell ill very unexpectedly and passed away very quickly. So that was very hard for a lot of people. Fortunately for me, I was able to kind of step in and help with the transition just because BCAO had lost this great leader and I knew where she kept things and how the office worked. So when you lose someone like that, you just want to do something. And I felt pretty lucky that I could do something and step in and kind of help them get through that loss. And then absolutely, fortunately, later that year in November of 17, the men and women of BCAO hired me as the new executive director. So that is where I've sat since 2017 and love my job. It couldn't be better.
Yeah, I had no idea. So I knew that you'd been with them for a little bit, but 25 or 24 years doesn't seem plausible, maybe by the way you look. I didn't think that you've been around that long. That's a really long time to be around an organization like that.
I couldn't leave. I can't imagine doing anything else. So it's been fantastic.
Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.